Hi there, Pisces. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at April 3 through April 19. What do the stars have in store for you this week? Well, a lot, actually. There's a lot happening. And while it might not be happening in your sign, it's happening in signs and it's happening in parts of your chart that are important. The major one is the new moon in Aries on Saturday, the 18th. It's going to be affecting your second house of self-esteem, self-worth, money. For those of you who realize that you need to be on a budget ASAP, with no more mucking around, that a budget is what you need, this is a great time for you to sit down and work through one and work one out. It's amazing how many people don't have a budget and how many people are constantly overdrawn at the bank or constantly having to borrow money from other people, etc. It's important that you know how much money is coming in, Pisces, and you're doubly sure how much money is going out so that you don't, sometimes you pay too much on credit cards or you pay a whole lot of bills in one day and you don't write them all down and money just keeps on disappearing out of your account, and then you withdraw money. And then you start to realize that you don't have enough money for the rent or whatever it is. So it's really important that you don't find yourself short. And I think this new moon gives you the perfect platform for sitting down, maybe sitting down with someone who knows about such things, and writing up a really good go-to budget. Mercury and Mars are both going to be transiting Taurus, your third house of communication. And Mars is very passionate. Mars is considered to be the bully of the zodiac. So just be very careful when you're speaking to people that you're speaking to them, not telling them what to do, offering suggestions, not telling them what to do, asking them questions, not telling them what to do. And the same goes with Leo. Leos have Jupiter in their sign right now, and Mars and Jupiter are going to have quite a meet-up on Friday. If you know anyone born under the sign of Taurus, if you know anyone born under the sign of Leo, this is definitely a time when those signs will be looking for a shoulder to cry on, looking for someone to back them up, maybe looking for someone to be on their team. And of course, if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you want to keep out of things, you know not to answer those phone calls. We also have Pluto. Pluto being the planet that's not really a planet. It was downgraded. However, we astrologers consider it a planet. It's going out of phase for 5 months in Capricorn, your 11th house of hopes, dreams, wishes, and friendship. And it's a very good time for you to do a reassessment of the people you have in your life, your closest group of friends, and really decide who is a close, good friend and who maybe isn't somebody that you would call in an emergency. Maybe you need to start sorting out your friends into groups that are, a bit more realistic. You have the rose-colored glasses on a lot of the time, and you think that everybody's wonderful. And, if you have a really good look at things, maybe they're not that wonderful and that you can't be trusting them with too much, which is something you may have been, doing earlier in the year. I think since your new moon last month, a lot of you are realizing how important it is to not tell people too much, because that is definitely how you can get yourself into trouble. And you don't have to necessarily lie or block people from the truth, but you have to be very careful who you share important information with. Have a great week, Pisces. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.